So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but he really is, for me, the blueprint of the modern centre-half, and of course he can play at left-back too. He's old school, he's uncompromising defensively, and he is true.
He's got tall! Good try, the outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And here's the Catalana, distributed tidily. Valverde, header comes in! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
He's found a way through. Tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Chu with the short one. Delivers with whip. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He is through. Oh, shooting chance! Another special Neymar moment! A finish of true class! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Number 8, Neymar!
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Closing in on... Decent chance! And again the keeper stands strong.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Yamal. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nicely shaped ball.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Alexander-Arnold. Serginho. And no, that was never going to make it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Played out wide.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Neymar looking, and the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Milan having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Neymar. And that's been slipped through. Big chance! He's had a shot! He has done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Wriggles his way through, and he's been shifted off it. And it's Kukcu, and here's the Ketelara, looking here to chip it. A header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Yamal takes control of it, and he's on the move. The Ketelara is herring after that one. That's a nicely shaped... To Ketelara! There's a goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
This is threatening to become a... He's gone for goal! And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Coming on to replace him is Mohamed Salah. Substitution for...
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
It's a promising position. Hoisted in. It's a pretty loose pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he's managed to get free. And a chance! Good strong hand by the keeper.
Milan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Number 10.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Number 8.
They've played it short. Good ball, good take. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
5 minutes added time.
5 minutes to add. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Quality ball. Yildiz. Alexander-Arnold. Foot in. And that's that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. That's a sharp pass.
Neymar really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and he was quick to react. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence is...
Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball... And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Lyon! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise.
Simons! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Szoboszlai. Xavi Simons might just make this.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now.
Real chance! Another big chance that gets away.
Lyon really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
That's not cute.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, beach.
De Bruyne. Now it's Rice. Chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Could move up a gear here.
Bro, what the
Vinicius
fuck you all are
Junior.
doing?
He came in hard, very hard. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Applies the finish! Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! A finish right from the top draw! They have done it! They have their equaliser! Well, and the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Decent chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Szoboszlai with the short one. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Deftly away. Lyon are looking to go forward now. Rice, looking for a runner. Dink through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, it's Dembele. Schlotterbeck. Yamal. And it's Soboslai. And it's Neymar. Real chance here. Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now...
And he shoots!
Lyon really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Bro, what the fuck you are doing
It's
right
Dembele!
now?
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
See now, fuck off. Now this will happen now
Takes the
because they
shot!
just don't want me to win. They'll do any fucking thing to do that.
And the counter
Make
is
a
on.
goal.
Vinicius Junior. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Javi Simons. Coming on the field, number 10, Mbappe.
It's a pretty loose pass.
What the fuck
And
is
he's
going
had a hit!
on?
It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Schlotterbeck.
No matter who the fuck did I pass.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Yeah, every fucking
Well, they
pass
shouldn't be
will
dawdling at this stage.
intercept
They
it.
need to get the ball
How
in the
is
mixer.
that fucking
Read
possible?
neatly. He is through here. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Some players have clearly taken issue here and things are threatening to boil over.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Up he goes! Oh, it rattles the bar! Yildiz. Neymar looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Mbappe. And there goes the final whistle. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started.
They should do the double touch there.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, now here's it. There's the shot! Oh, he's hit the bar! And that should get the job done. And it's Rijkaard. And here's Yamal. And he's in on goal. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Messi. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, well played, lovely. Chance for a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Still goalless at the moment. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi, he's having a go! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he can clear it away. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. He's shifting through the gears, tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Header! And he hits the net! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Neymar! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Dani Olmo, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Szoboszlai, Neymar. Now this could be a chance. And it's Szoboszlai. Steaming on goalwards. Chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. And this is Neymar.
Has been indicated.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Can he finish? Oh, that was a... And the first half is done. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
This is a lost children's announcement. With the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt.
There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Dani Olmo, and the finish! Oh, in he goes again! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Yamal with the clearance. Tries a deft little ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And the shot! Goal! Sporting! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Sporting get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Yamal. Plenty to... Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads did...
Face to face with the keeper. He's having a shot! Goal, Milan! And he is just ripping it up. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Milan take the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Coming on the field.
Milan have scored 2 quick goals here and are ahead now by the odd goal in 5. And this is Hazard, skims one in.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Kvaratskhelia. Hazard. Yamal, who's set up 1 goal so far, could move up a gear here. Looking to play him in. He's through, now is he in?
That's good play from him.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Now this is a potential flashpoint and the referee has his hands full. Szoboszlai! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Messi, drive, and a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Szoboszlai under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Well, the defence proved infallible. And he shoots! And again the keeper stands strong. Rudiger clears it away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now he's got space here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Hazard. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. No outsmarting him this time. And that will be it. Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Neither of these two... Real chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Yamal. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Nico Williams.
That's good play from him.
Williams! Brilliant from Williams! A finish right from the top draw. First blood drawn. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
What the
That's
fuck?
a lovely, neat pass. That's a sharp pass. Chance here to counter. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's picked his way through. Big header!
Bro, fuck off.
It's
Scripted goal.
And they're at it again!
None of
in
my
double
passes
quick
will
time.
connect, but every passes of him will be
Satisfyingly
connected
simple.
to
There's
anyone
almost a
he
sense
wants.
of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really
It's
smart
a
movement,
fuck-all
Peter.
game.
Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Late ke pass de
And
raha
they're
hai,
not going to make
late
any
ke-
further progress now. He could be in here. Fati finds himself offside. Baresi. Now Schlotterbeck. Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, I'm not quite
Yaar,
sure he
isme
needed
bhi-
to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, he is slightly undercooked
अरे
that one.
भोसड़ी
Well,
का
everything up to the
पास
final
भी
pass
लेने नहीं
looked
दे रहा
decent. They
इतना
just couldn't
जल्दी.
pick out that killer ball. That's a shame because it was such a good decision.
Neymar.
हाँ अपनी मार चुका है
Always
अभी
over the
सारे
line.
प्लेयर्स.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Lovely pass, but can he get
सारे
there?
प्लेयर्स यही करेंगे अभी. अभी देखो गोल भी होगा.
Oh, sweet feet.
हो जा गोल भाई सब
And
करवा के.
he gets big. There's the whistle for half-time. So, your views on the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They
Hello,
need to keep
attendees.
pushing,
This is
keep
a
imposing.
WAT children's
Don't leave the door
announcement.
open for the opposition.
Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to the information center?
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
Pedro Porro, he has found the way through.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Tries a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Ansu Fati! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Rijkaard. A probing pass. Well timed, excellent interception.
क्या करा भाई अपना
That
ही
is
प्लेयर
good.
चूतिया बीच
Super
में आ
running,
गया
sharp
उससे
movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so
डोमिनिक
determined.
चूतिया
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's the keeper's ball. Yamal looking understandably energised after his goal. Yamal powering forward here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Picked out brilliantly,
Bro, fuck
and he's there to get
off.
it away. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Xavi Alonso, that's an imaginative pass. Always onto this. And it's hoisted clear. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries to play it through, and it's made it shot, surely! It's hit the upright.
Bro, what
Just
the
cruising! They are cruising! Up by
Never seen a
3.
game
They have their
this
boots on the
biased,
throats of their
bro.
foes.
They just don't want me to win this game.
A case now of complete
See, now
control.
every fucking shit will happen.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even
Look
if
like
it's
I haven't
just a goal,
played
the lift
before.
it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
All of my
Searching pass he's
passes will
played there.
be...
Chance for a shot! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Substitution for Milan, number 25.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 23, Udis. Substitution
Garcia
in progress.
with the short one. Looking to go... Oh, smashing header! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best. No outsmarting him this
There'll be
time.
5 minutes added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's found the way through. Big chance! Always going over the top.
Substitution for Milan, number 5.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it.
And that's it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. This time, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And here's Szoboszlai. It's run loose here. Now it's Szoboszlai. Has another go! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Fires it in low.
Milan definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might...
There's the shot! Oh, off the bar! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Yamal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's being urged to shoot. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face to face with his great rival. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Doué. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Real chance! Same again, same outcome.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. This is promising. Mayulu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Doué.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And he welcomes it in. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Yamal getting this one clear. Takes a shot! Well, now it's a... And one more try! He's done very well to get to that.
Tchouaméni clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
There will be 1 minute at
Neymar.
a time.
Good driving run. Goulet. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And it's Mendes. Nice looking ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Tottenham appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Can he get on the end of this? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great chance!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Neymar. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And it's been played through. Yamal. Shot a goal! And he nearly went all the way.
Yamal just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge, and he'll rise to it.
Substitution for Milan, number 25.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's going to go a long way. And it's Xavi Alonso. It's a threatening... And the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 2 then. Soboslai with the short one. Neymar! And it's in! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Neymar proves just a little bit too strong. It's Neymar! Oh, taken with style! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? He's having a go!
Number 19.
Keeper gets just about enough of it. Xavi Alonso. Yildiz. Good ball, good take.
5 minutes added time.
Nice control. Neymar! Another save. Five minutes to add. Now it's Haaland. Traumeri. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's that, the end. Milan